it brought attention. It was just attention. I
It was
knew
just
what I was
attention.
doing. Everyone's like, oh, he's trying hard. I'm like, I'm trying to get attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's for marketing.
It's marketing.
I don't
Everything
do that
is marketing.
backflip every day. Like,
Yeah.
dude, if I fall once, that's it.
Yeah,
That's game.
That's game.
That's
right?
game for me.
So this podcast, what will happen is that he'll send us a clip, right? He'll send us this video. Then I'll use Opus. I think you know. Do you know Opus?
And it breaks it up.
And it just breaks it up.
Let's do
And then I'll just send you the video, and you can just post whatever that you want.
Bro, appreciate you. And we can.
Yeah.
Are you cool with like tagging?
Yeah, of course. No. And I obviously have my podcast page, right?
So my mom, we wanna do another video with you, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. She's in Canada right now. When she gets back,
Yeah.
we'll set it up.
Okay.
All right,
Cool.
so-
Cool. Okay. Let's. Cool.
Yeah, he gave us thumbs
Oh,
up.
okay. Cool. So Bill, welcome to the Austin Report podcast. How's everything going so far?
Well, it's going really well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I know you're a busy guy, helping the city of Austin. So thanks for taking time out of your day, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So I guess like I do with, every guest, just kind of want to know like, your journey so far to being where you are right now. Like, are you from Austin or where were you at before? And what kind of led, if not, what led you here?
Sure.
to Austin?
So I'm actually I would say I'm from Austin because growing up, all I remember was Austin.
Yeah.
But I'm actually from Venezuela. So I was
Ah.
born in a small city in Maracaibo, which is like the Caribbean side of South America.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty close to Aruba, a lot of small islands
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that connect towards the Caribbean, towards North America.
Yeah.
I moved here when I was about 4 years old. So I think subconsciously, I just don't register that Venezuela remembering it, but I remember all of Austin. So I remember Austin had only a couple major highways, 620, 183,
Really?
and 35, and that was kind of it, and it just evolved because I grew up on 620,
Yeah.
which travels from Lakeway all the way down to Liberty Hill.
Really?
Yeah, and it's never really changed. So Austin's kind of that smaller. Everyone knew everybody. You could leave your door. I grew up with my door open.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Can't do that in major cities.
Can't not anymore. I mean, you want to be smarter, but back then that was the thing. You just didn't need to lock it, and your friends would come over. People would just be having breakfast. A friend that you didn't invite. But your mom let in.
Really?
Yeah, it was
so.
that.
So would you say that Austin was more connected than it is right now?
I think it's even more connected now.
Really?
Yeah, I think because the way that I look at it is a lot of outside, demographics. And but if you realize they're coming in flocks, every culture, I've noticed that the connection of Austin is people.
Yeah.
The connection of Houston's food.
Oh yes.
Right. So I've kind of seen the difference, but I would say they're more connected now than ever because people are out and about. People are, there's a lot of classes available, yogas, coffee and chill. All these things, they weren't around.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that did know each other were from a very inner circle type of scenario, or the club life, or
Yeah. Of
the
course.
sports. There was cliques, but because Austin is so event driven.
Yeah.
And biohacking, all this
Of
stuff.
course.
I've noticed so many more people connecting, and
No.
I've made some of the best connections at
Really?
networking events.
Yeah.
Friends that I still have to this day.
Really.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now that you told me about Austin, what got you to move to the city? Because I don't know if you're lucky or something, but this is one of the cities in the rise.
Yeah.
You could have picked any city in the U.S., but why Austin?
So I had a stepfather who, when we moved to Texas, that's the first place we moved from South America.
Yeah.
My mom got remarried, and the man she married was from Austin.
Oh,
and he
got
worked
it.
in construction. He built neighborhoods. So
Got
I
it,
actually
got
lived out in Lakeway.
Oh, okay.
So I would say I'm lucky. Back then you wouldn't have seen Austin as this the fastest growing city in the world.
Yeah.
It was more relax, raise your kids, go to the dog park, enjoy nature, because that's what it was all about. But I think people love Austin because of the wholesome environments of Barton Springs.
Yeah.
These things are ancient. They've been around since the 60s, 70s.
60s, 70s, yeah.
And it's still something that people actively go to and still do. So I think that's why people run to Austin. But I would say I was very, very blessed and lucky.
You
to
were
come
very
here.
blessed. I mean, a lot of people, you've seen how Austin has just reached 1 million people now.
I know.
Compared to where you were right
I know.
now. What do you think of the future of the city of Austin?
I think it's just going to keep growing.
You just think so?
But as it should, just like anything else, growth has pains.
Yeah.
And I think Austin's already been going through its growth pains.
Yeah.
But I believe that within the timely manner of like the next 5 years, I think we're gonna have a lot of boom,
Yeah.
but congestion of traffic. Because I felt like when they built the city,
Yeah.
it wasn't like, okay, architecturally, we're gonna like have it where all these people can move in this fast.
Yeah.
So traffic has been like new, because like
Yeah.
back then, traffic wasn't this bad.
It wasn't this bad.
No, it
So
wasn't.
you wouldn't be sitting in traffic for an hour just
Yeah.
waiting to see what would happen.
Absolutely. It was just it like almost didn't need it. Like, and if it was very like from like 4 to 5. That was like, it was called
Yeah,
rush
just
hour.
work-
It
yeah,
was
just
literally
rush
an
hour.
hour rush hour.
But now it looks like every hour is
hours.
rush. Every hour is rush hour,
It
right?
is. And it's because, you know, I-35 is, you know, still under construction, right?
I-30.
They always say that.
Yeah, they always say, when is it gonna get done, right?
It's
If
not.
anyone's listening to this, like, when is I-35 gonna get done?
I would love to see the floor plans, because it just, I mean, I remember since a kid they've been saying that, but it's funny because so many cities are touched by that road, like
Yeah.
Dallas, Houston, Dallas and San Antonio, and Austin,
Yep.
all on I-35. So
All
you
on
can only
I-35.
imagine
No,
why
I
it's
think
congested.
I think like, you know, you growing up in Austin, I mean, you bring that perspective, you know, that a lot of people that moved here, like me, I only moved here a year ago.
Yeah.
It's different, right? Like, you grew up in a completely different environment to where I grew up itself. So compared to Austin before and Austin now, I did a video on this in the morning. Like, what do you like better? You know, the Austin of, like, let's say 2000 or the Austin of 2026? Which one do you like better?
That's a great question. I think they're two different eras, but I would say
Yeah.
2026.
2026,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, just because there's back in the day, like you know, I own a MedSpa,
Yeah.
right? I'm in the MedSpa and aesthetics.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Austin wasn't very receptive to like innovation.
Really?
Very, very like, you know, I dealt with like people's wrinkles and stuff like that. So like back in the day, it was like, oh, I love my wrinkles. So like I really wasn't like getting the business that I am now.
Yeah.
Because you have all these different people come from the tech world, from
Yeah.
California,
Yeah.
bringing in this new type of clientele
Yeah.
to such a wholesome city.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it now more, because I mean, it just opens up opportunity. Back then, it was like born into opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like becoming like the new LA, as far
Really?
as like stars are going to be risen from Austin. Like, you know, it just kind of
Innovation, man.
Innovation, like
yeah.
tech. You're going to see so many things come from the city because it's so receptive to it. And back in the day, don't get me wrong, great place to raise your kids, but
Yeah.
for opportunity, like I would like going to Houston or Dallas, like for my business,
Yeah.
because there was just more people more receptive in that
More
area.
receptive.
But now it's changed.
But now you think that Austin, especially, like, we're gonna touch more on your MedSpa stuff,
Yeah.
but do you think like people in Austin are just very open-minded?
Yeah.
They're just open to change.
They're 100% receptive to change, and they they welcome it. You know, like
They
even you
welcome it.
moving here
Yeah.
for a year, like how do you feel? Like
For me personally, like, Austin has just been life-changing because it's just the energy here, the
Yeah.
people here, because everyone's collaborative. Everyone wants you to grow. Everyone wants you to succeed. I never got that, you know, where I was in Michigan, you know, or when I've been to different cities like
Yeah.
Dallas, like Houston and things like that. It just feels a little bit of like kind of like an older city, right?
Mhm.
Maybe a more mature city. Austin, in my opinion, is still a young city, still has a lot of potential. There's a lot of buildings, right?
Yes.
Because if you think about it, like you see like TerraFab, all these things that Elon Musk is bringing out here. You see all the innovations. You saw the Samsung chip factory, all these
I see all
AI
your posts, so it's
Yeah.
just it's like you're staying busy because you're in such an innovative space.
Yeah, if I
Yeah.
was in another city, probably I wouldn't be as busy as I'm right now. But there's always something happening in Austin.
Always.
I don't know if you know about this, but they're having robots. They're building robots in factories now where they can ship like packages and things like that. There's a company called Apptronic.
Abtronic. Okay.
I mentioned this in the morning. They're working on building all these robots to create it. So Austin's already kind of working in the scene, like behind the scenes, like, oh, this is what's happening. This is what's happening, right? And obviously all the real estate developments, all the different
The
projects.
real estate has always been so insane
Yeah.
here. So like, and I know you're in that space
Yeah.
as well. So no, and because of the Austin report, I'm actually like being kept up on what's going on in
No, I
Austin because
appreciate
it's
it.
growing so fast.
It's growing so fast, and there's just so many activities. There's so many cool people here,
Yeah.
entrepreneurs here that are building, and they're moving from different areas because they feel like Austin is the best place for them to, you know, grow and learn off of different people. Because I would like personally, I'll be honest, if I was in a different city, I don't think I would have moved as fast as I did in Austin. I think I was just at the right city. Everything aligned to me coming last year to Austin and me starting this page, the Austin Report, to me meeting all these cool people, connecting with all these people. I even met you through the Austin Report, right? So it's just it's crazy, right? And we've already made content together, you know, for your MedSpa business, right? So
great conversations, great meetings. I mean, like you said, collaborative. And when we sat down and we like talked about, you know, our journey, that's where like that connection was. It's because you get it. Like you understand Austin is that it's an opportunity because there's so much room for growth. When you look at all these other bigger cities, they're already grown out.
They're already grown out.
They're already grown out. I mean, and it's more like, who do you know?
Yeah.
And here in Austin, it's like, what do you not know? Like,
who do you not know?
Innovation has not.
Exactly.
And that's like, I see this like the new Silicon Valley.
Yeah. 100%.
But slash like Miami.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have
because
that
the
hybrid.
aesthetics is really starting to kick in, especially with like the world of biohacking, peptides. I mean, people love that stuff here.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and of course, AI.
Of course.
With the information in the palm of our hands nowadays, everybody knows what to look for. And that's
so
what I
many
love
AI companies out here. I mean, they're expanding. They're creating a lot of cool things. A lot of startups as well. Like I work with a lot of startups, and there's a lot of people in AI, you know, and they want to build. They want to grow.
They want to build.
Maybe they're using Claude Code. You know, they're using all.
I love Claude Code.
Claude Code.
I'm still learning it, but it's just so unique. Like what we can do as entrepreneurs here. And yeah, like you said, Austin's is that city where you can showcase that and really become like, I feel like you can reinvent yourself here.
You can reinvent, like you can be a completely different person than you
And I'm
were.
from here. So,
and you're from here.
Yeah, so it's like, and I believe that because like Austin allows you to reinvent yourself. Because like when you come out with innovation, especially like in my industry, like when people know me as like the beauty guy, the aesthetics guy, is because of my message behind it. Yeah. You know, everybody out there sells something, right? Botox fillers, lasers, all that stuff. But with what I've learned is like, my family, we specifically, because we had locations in Austin, Dallas, and Houston.
Really?
But we specifically stayed here.
In
Austin. And like actually like closed out all of our other locations.
Got it.
They're still somewhat like operating. We still have returning customers, but they're all like headquarters is here. Because Austin is the city where people are looking for natural innovation and solutions, right?
No, for sure. Right. So I wanted to kind of cover now that you've kind of dived into it.
Yeah.
So your MedSpa business, like initially, like what got you into that business, and just like what is your business? You know, like for people listening.
Of course, and it's a great question because you know when you look at the word of aesthetics, it's like it's such a broad spectrum as far as like what it is and what it can be. Yeah. So I specifically started the business with my family. It was a family-owned business. We started back in 2012.
2012.
Yeah, so I was still in high school. I graduated 2014.
2014.
Yeah, so I played football here at Cedar Park, and I won a state championship. So I was very invested into football.
Yeah.
And then once football was over, sadly I didn't get a scholarship. Like I was gonna go play at Texas State. Oh, never got the offer. And I didn't have the financial means to go to college. Yeah. So my mom gave me this door. She's like, hey, you know, I'm in aesthetics. I'm doing amazing things. And at first I was like, okay, like
what is that?
Yeah, like what do you mean? Like I thought it was like facials, like beauty stuff, like more like cosmetics than actual aesthetics. Because I didn't know the world.
You didn't know that world.
She was in 2012. Understand the mindset wasn't where it is now. It's like we started this concept as far as our philosophy in 2012. And it's now just kind of like becoming common knowledge. But before it was like sacred. It was new. Yeah. And my mom got involved with this machine she found out in Orlando, Florida. Yeah, it was like this microfocus ultrasound machine that was used for non-invasive surgery. Yeah. So she loved that concept, no downtime surgical results, high ticket service. Yeah. So we brought that to Austin. Really? We brought this machine to Austin.
But would you say like when you first kind of got into it, were you just like is this really for me? Or was this something that you're like, you know
actually
what?
Quite
just
the opposite. Yeah, it was like I was locked in. I made my first $80,000 that first year. Yeah, and it was like
what age?
I was like 20, 21. Wow. I was super young. Like, I mean, $80,000 like right after high school. I mean, and what was amazing, it was that I didn't have to sit in an office
Yeah.
for 9 hours to make that kind of money.
Yeah, you didn't have to.
Because it was such a high ticket service
Yeah.
that I was able to literally make a couple $1,000s in a couple hours.
Yeah.
So it just like changed the way that I made money. I had freedom. I was able to be in part of my kids' lives.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like my motivation. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
like I am making money that most people don't make in my industry, and
Yeah.
I'm working a lot less, and
Yeah.
I get a different kind of credibility.
And you get to pick your own time. You get
Yes,
to have that
which is the most
flexibility.
important thing. And
Yeah.
and like today, like coming here, taking some time off. Like if it was a full operating med spa, I wouldn't be able to done this.
Yeah.
But because of the model and the philosophy we live by with how we do it,
Yeah.
it just allows us a lot of freedom, and that's why I got involved, because I've always wanted to be successful, but I
Yeah.
never wanted to work like crazy hours to see results. I would
Yeah.
much rather be a part of something that maybe will take longer for
Yeah.
exposure,
Yeah.
but the benefit on the back end is way better than the front end.
Got it.
Right? So that's kind of like, I knew getting involved, not a lot of people understand this
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah, of course.
And maybe it's going to take some time. And I think COVID kind of sped up that process.
Oh, COVID, I
It-
think it changed a lot of people's lives. You
It
know,
did.
People's personalities and
1000% for
And-
the
and
good and the bad too.
The good and the bad,
It's
100%.
sad, but yeah.
It's sad. But for you itself, like, was your mindset always like entrepreneurship? Was your
Yes.
mindset always like, I didn't want to work for someone, but I wanted to kind of work for myself and have
Yes.
those hours? Did
I
you
would
always have
s-
that drive?
Yes, I would say like to an extent, but I read this amazing book called Think and Grow Rich,
Oh, yeah.
right, by Napoleon
Yeah.
Hill, and I wanted to become a service to somebody.
Yeah.
So it's not really the fact that, because when you work,
Yeah.
you exchange time for money,
For time for
right?
money.
But when you're in love with what you do, time doesn't exist. So like
Doesn't
that's not
matter.
working.
Yeah.
So I was looking for that opportunity
Mm.
where like I didn't know 4 or 5 hours just went on, but I'm happy with what I'm doing, and
Yeah.
I found that within my business.
You found that within your
Yeah,
business.
and that's because like I was in flow state, right?
Yeah.
Like doing what I do, being able to give surgical like results within one service with no downtime. It's uncommon in my industry, because
Yeah.
when you look at these results from like Dr. Miami, all these
Yeah,
people,
yeah. I've seen that.
they take months for them to follow up because of like how invasive it
Yeah.
is, and
Yeah.
like how many surgeries they had to have to
Mhm.
get there.
Yeah.
I'm using a natural energy, which is sound,
Yeah.
accomplishing the same, and then people love it because it fits the American. This is an entrepreneur town. No one has time.
No one has time.
They can't sit around and wait for their surgery to get better, so they have a business to run.
Yeah, of
and
course.
like my business, if I'm not there, it's not performing.
It's not performing.
So that was kind of like what 2026 COVID, it just evolved, right? Like
Yeah.
like look at hotels, and then look at Airbnb, right? They don't really own real estate.
They don't.
Yeah, they outsource.
They outsource it. So you wanted to kind of be the Airbnb,
Yes.
kind of like the
create, yes, like simplify beauty,
yeah.
because there's so many different types of lotions, different
course.
types of products and services. And I'll be honest, most of them work. Most of them may not work just because a lot of people aren't educated on why they're getting it done.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you take an Advil because you have a headache. Beauty's not that way.
No.
Because when you look at beauty, it's like you don't need this. You want it.
You want it.
Yeah,
It's like more of
you
a-
really don't need
Yeah.
a facelift, but
Yeah.
if you have the means and you want this for a confidence reason, then that's a want,
Yeah.
right? So it just like aesthetics is more of a want than a need. So that's like initially why people steer away from it, because they know that's not a want or need. But this is what I've learned about aesthetics.
Yeah.
Is when you age and your skin starts to like move, right? And it starts to like drip, and your
Yeah.
muscles and the double chin and all the things that we are avoiding
Yeah.
actually cause illnesses, because your organs are held by skin.
Yeah.
So once your skin loosens,
Yeah.
then what moves? Your organs.
Organs.
And then what's going to change? Your blood flow.
Blood flow.
And then when you have blood flow issues and inflammation, that's where your diseases start to come.
Got it.
So when we're vital and young, and that's why biohacking and peptides are amazing, because
I've heard a lot about peptides.
yeah,
you know,
they go into your biochemic,
Yeah.
your like genealogy tree, and essentially alter what has been essentially like altered. So like what I mean by altered is like when you're genetically coded,
Yeah.
you're given X code, Y code, that's it. But with peptides, you can alter that. You can change the biochemic response.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and it's revolutionizing. So like I would say that this is a very exciting time
Yeah.
for innovation of biohacking and then like peptides. So all these different types of solutions are coming out,
Yeah.
and mine is categorized as one of these biohacking
Really?
technologies. Yeah, and the only one FDA cleared for levels of depth that. So like think of it like this: when you look at skin
Yeah.
and you look at my industry, there's certain ways to get to these levels.
Yeah.
You can burn your way there with a laser. You can cut your way there with a knife.
Yeah.
Or you can use different needles and you inject and you fill in the area.
Yeah.
Gives it volume, but it's not real.
It's not real.
So when you look at sound essentially skips the outside damage, doesn't damage anything inside, and just goes straight down to 4.5 millimeters, which is right where muscle and skin meet.
Ah.
So when you look at my industry, you're trying to solve in reverse age or whatever it is you're trying to solve.
Yeah.
You can't solve it from outside in.
Ah.
You have to come from inside surface, so inside out, because your skin is an organ.
Yeah, your skin is
so
an
it's
organ.
alive.
Yeah.
So when you look at it, is why are we treating it from the outside in when the issue lies from the inside out?
Inside out.
So that is a biohacking type of a response.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky to be
one of the leaders.
One of the leaders of it. My family, our business has done like I would say over 5,000 services.
Wow, 5,000.
Yeah, this specific service, like this one service. Like I believe, I'm not like 100%, but I believe we have the biggest account for the consumables for this technology in North America.
Really? In the entire North America?
Yeah, we do so many. Yeah. Right? A lot of people like have this machine, but it's not their bread and butter.
It's not.
Their bread and butter is Botox fillers, all these other things that guarantee instant gratification.
Yeah.
But my machine is like a time machine. As long as people take the time to understand the research and science, it's a no-brainer. I mean,
how long does the R&D take? Like I know you mentioned about we did the interview and things like that. You guys have been researching.
Yeah.
How long has that taken you to get to where you are right now?
As far as like conducting the actual study or like how it all evolved?
Like how the actual study and then how it all evolved?
So initially how it all evolved is we were actually conducting a face study.
Yeah.
So we were doing half-face protocol on a medical study. I won't get into specifics of it, but initially like just kind of give you like the medical breakthrough.
Yeah.
We were doing the eyebrow and we were doing the brow lift and people's eyebrows came back fuller. So in that medical research, we indicated that this could potentially, this is 2024, potentially grow hair. So it was a potential. It wasn't sure. It was a philosophy. It was just like something we just asked people that used it every day.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow, like, hey, this person's eyebrows are thicker.
It's growing.
So it ignited that curiosity to now take it to studies, and we did. So fast forward, we started having just patients like we call them our guinea pigs, lab rats. Yeah, like people that were willing to try it and knowing like no promises, but ended up becoming like the best thing they ever did because like their hair grew back and they couldn't believe it.
Really?
Yeah, because we figured out that hair loss is a cellular response, which means that like your hair is connected to like, so if I say, hey, hair stop growing, it's impossible. Your hair, if I cut it, it's going to keep growing, right? So if you think about it, it never stops growing. So what component is going to cause something to never stop? Your nerves. Yeah, so your nerves, because like think of a stroke, right? When you have a stroke, what turns off? The nerves.
Your nerves.
Then everything falls, and then you inflame, and then the body gets confused because there's no circulation.
Yeah, they're like, what's happening?
You might have to learn how to walk again.
Yeah.
Right? So when you realize the nerve is the life of reception in the body, that's like, hey, do this, do that, do this. It's what's in, and it's connected to your brain.
Yeah.
So your nerves are back here, and they go throughout your spine, and they actually go out through your body.
Yeah.
But the transmitter of communication is your brain, and your brain only responds to trauma.
It only responds to trauma.
It only responds to trauma.
So you don't have to go to Turkey. You just you can.
You don't have to go to Turkey.
A lot of people do.
They do. It's because what they don't know. You know, they think it's like a transplant, right? They take life and put it somewhere else, and let's hope it. So yes, that's a great concept, but that's 50% of the concept. There's the other percent. There's the other 50% that is nerve response.
Yeah.
So the blood, like I said, the follicle is connected to a blood vessel.
Yeah.
And a nerve, and they're like this. They're like tied together. Intertwined together.
Yeah.
So one malnourishes. So if it's the blood circulation, right, then what happens is the follicle becomes thinner. So it's very thick, right? It's almost like this big. So when it thins, it goes like this, but it moves up towards
Oh,
superficial.
got it, got it.
So at some point when you have white hair,
Yeah.
that follicle is pretty much almost surfaced. So that nerve response and that blood capillary is going to take like 3 millimeters of blood flow just to grow hair again. You want that nerve to be
Yeah.
as closest to your not your superficial, but as closest to your fascia, which is
Oh,
down by the muscle.
got it,
Because
got it.
that's where
But once you get older, does it starts going up and up?
Yep. So that's hair, the stages of hair loss. So they think
Oh,
it's like, oh, my hair's turning different colors. So because all they look is the outside. They're like,
yeah.
my hair's gone. Like I'm
Yeah.
losing. It's not. There's something cellular and there's something
Yeah.
response. There's an inconsistency. Something's overfired. Something's malnourished.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like a plant. Like you wouldn't grow a plant. Like, have you ever seen them cut a piece of a tree off and
Yeah.
then put it in somewhere else and grow it? That's a hair transplant. So like but it can be done.
it can be done.
But if you understand, it's not being done because that bond happened. It's being done because the foundation of where it was put has
Yeah.
nutrients to take from
Yeah.
to give
To give it to make it grow.
to make it grow. Because like we look at hair loss like water drought, right?
Yeah.
It's like filling in the area.
Yeah.
So like when you look at a drought, it turns into a circle,
Yeah,
right?
of
So when you
course.
look at hair loss, what is the first thing? It's the
It's
crown.
It's the crown, right?
Right.
Everyone
So
looks at
it's malnourished.
Yeah.
Right. So what we learn in our studies is when you're trying to treat hair loss,
Yeah.
and we're actually doing this with somebody that has completely lost all his hair.
Really?
Yeah. So like,
Is he like an older
yeah,
person?
like where he doesn't even qualify for a transplant. Yeah, because like he has no hair. So like so they have like a scale rate from 1 to 7. If you're like a 7,
Yeah.
there's nothing they can do for you. We are now treating 7s
Really?
with ultrasounds. Yes, because it's cellular, which means that the nerve is still there. It
Yeah.
never died. It didn't move. It never will move, but it hasn't been stimulated and activated in I don't know how many years because that person could be working every day, sitting, and no circulation's reaching his head.
Really?
Yeah, because that's what the inflammation is. Like we don't realize sitting at a desk for 9 hours every day for 30 years, you will literally get sick sitting there.
Because we're not designed.
We're not
to-
designed. We're not
Yeah.
designed. We're designed to move.
Yeah, we're designed to move, but everyone has this American kind of culture is, sit in your desk,
Mhm.
sit down, do this. And even people with social media, they just do this. They bend their
This is the
bend
biggest
their
thing I
knee.
say about this right here. I'm like, this is why you have this. It's because
Yeah.
it's muscle memory.
It's muscle memory.
You do it. You don't think you're doing it that long, but when
Yeah.
you do it every day for
Every
20
day.
years, it's like why do I have this? I'm like, I'll tell you exactly. It's like the phone, you know. But at the end of the day, it's being proactive and being knowledgeable
Yeah.
versus just being like, oh, everything's broken. I need to go see somebody.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I love Austin.
Yeah.
Austin is the city where people are proactive. Like
Yeah.
they're not asking me. There's never such thing as a dumb question.
Yeah.
But in beauty, sometimes like there can be very like, oh my God, like, but these people nowadays are coming in with like AI
Yeah, of
assistants.
course.
Like they
Yeah.
know just as much as you
Yeah.
and they just want to kind of fact check you.
Yeah. Fact check and
Yeah,
challenge you.
and just to
things like
see,
that.
they challenge you because like they want to know what you know. Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, before someone does something, information is key, right?
Information's always key. And now with AI, everyone has access to that source. and
1000%.
That assistant to help them.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, what do you think about like AI and this whole like med spa space itself? Do you think AI robots can take over what you do right now? You know, these Optimus robots and things like that with their knowledge that they have.
You know, it's very interesting. I would say in the near future, it's very possible.
Yeah.
But as far as right now, I would say that there's such a personal touch to a service
Yeah.
that like you don't just like, you know, like I have a barber,
Yeah.
right? I don't go see someone else.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Because it's personalized.
It's personalized. Like they know you. They have understanding and experience with you. And
Yeah.
I think AI is like
I mean,
that.
AI could be
It can do that.
personalized.
But I just don't
Yeah.
think like the mechanisms are there yet.
Yeah.
But not impossible. But
Not
I will say, in my space, I would say AI is going to change medical studies.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
because the one thing that we have learned through our studies, it's like paper written
Yeah.
and typed.
Yeah.
So like, and essentially like everything is somewhat of a case study. Even like my patients now, they're the ones that ignite a medical study
Yeah.
because something happened.
Yeah.
Something happened, like their hair grew, you know, their skin changed, like something that's like, hey, this could be medical breakthrough,
Yeah.
right? So AI can become that revolutionary kind of like way of conducting studies,
Yeah.
right? So I
The
actually
R&D section of
Yeah.
AI will tell you like what's happening with your hair and things like that, how long it might be expected to grow.
It's like a monologue. It's something that has to be maintained.
Yeah.
And like I've had patients that like skip 3 years. This is where AI can really step in. Like when you have a disconnection from practitioner for 3 years, it's hard to remember.
It is hard.
But AI will essentially gather the facts within seconds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And already know everything. It doesn't matter how much time went on.
Yeah.
So I actually was developing an app called Derma Glow AI.
Oh, nice.
I never officially released it because AI is
rapidly changing all the time.
It's changing every day, and I'm gonna release it one day. But initially, what it does, it allows people that do a service to now take control of their before and afters.
Oh.
So when I was talking about medical studies, when we do medical studies, we do before and afters,
Yeah,
and then we write a report after it, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at now, like this AI platform can take somebody and conduct a medical study and trial. And now you don't have to essentially go through this whole paper process.
Oh, really?
So AI could really step in because it synthesizes the work, it can summarize it, and it can collect the data. And that is a medical study. But if you look at how they're doing it now, it's still very traditional.
Got it.
So I could see that. Yes, 1000%. But machines in the future,
maybe
it will happen. Yeah, it will. Because when they start doing full body cameras, and they can really understand someone's metrics, I mean, they'll do it better than us because we're doing it from a naked eye.
Yeah, of course.
And but that's the personal aspect of it is like.
Yeah. So I guess kind of speaking, I mean, you've talked about your med spa business. You talked about all the innovations going in your med spa business. Now I want to talk more about you as a person, like your growth, your journey and things like that. One of the questions that I really like to ask everyone, like guests and things like that is, what's like the biggest thing, the struggle that's going on right now in your journey, like if you have anything that you want to share.
Man, I sometimes being vulnerable and just being honest with your story. Yes, there's always something going on, but what we do as entrepreneurs is, I was told something, I was going through an adversity, and it was just so dawning on me, it just kept affecting me, and when you're affected as an entrepreneur, it affects everything. Because like what we don't realize is like you can go to a job. A job is a mindset.
It is a mindset.
Right? And that's why they call it just over broke. That's what job means.
Just over broke. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
literally.
It's what it stands for. And it's because you can go into a place, guarantee you're going to make money.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's either you're exchanging time for hours or you're doing commission-based something.
Yeah.
But you're going into a facility that's already orchestrated a system.
Yeah.
When you look at an entrepreneur, they don't have systems. They are the system.
They are the system.
So if their systems is down because there's something that they're going through in life, then it becomes really hard to be an entrepreneur. I've gone, and I'll be honest, like I'm going through something right now.
Yeah.
But what I've learned about especially men is that men are measured on how much they can take and not react.
Yeah, exactly.
So
all the time.
So yes, there is something going on in my life that's personal business, but that's what we do as entrepreneurs. We find these problems and then we start to find solutions for them. Even if the solution isn't if it's still being solved, at least that you're working on it every day.
Every day.
One little
become
piece of
1% better every single day.
1% better.
That's what I tell everyone is become 1% better, and it is gonna work out. In life, you have challenges, you have ups and downs, but the way that it defines you as a person is how you bounce back on the days that you don't want to do something or when things get challenging, right? You are who yourself, and the best entrepreneurs can overcome that.
That's if that word right there, overcome, is an entrepreneur.
Overcome is an entrepreneur. If you can't overcome it, then you're not an entrepreneur. You might as well go to a day job because...
Have you heard Elon Musk's story? Like
No.
So, dude, the reason I love Elon Musk is like a lot of people, like, they judge him now.
Yeah, they judge him.
But they don't judge him like he was one day away from going bankrupt. He almost lost SpaceX and Tesla.
And you've seen what happened with SpaceX now.
And he said, like, there was he started crying a little bit because the story, you can tell, is so sentimental.
Yeah.
Like, as an entrepreneur, you gotta risk it all.
You gotta risk it all.
You gotta risk it all because he risked it all. So like, I think he sold PayPal.
Yeah, he sold
made a bunch of money there, and then started doing Tesla. He partnered with the two guys out of California, and then got into SpaceX, which is like his dream since a little kid.
Because he wanted to go to Mars.
Yeah, but no one knew this. All the money he made from PayPal, he was using to launch the first rocket.
Yeah.
He tried to launch it 4 times, failed 3.
Really?
And if the last one failed, Tesla and SpaceX would have never existed.
Bankrupt.
it would have never existed.
Really?
Yeah. So it was back to back. So Elon essentially said one win dominoed affect him to be the richest man in the world.
That is
Because
crazy.
so it wasn't from Tesla.
Yeah.
It was because he had a successful launch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then because of that, he got a NASA contract for like $2 billion,
$2 billion,
something
yeah.
crazy at the time. Because remember, NASA doesn't give out money.
Yeah,
to
they
go to
don't give
space.
out money for free.
They never do. So he won that contract, and
Yeah.
then right after that, he said that the investors at Tesla somehow injected money into the company when they
Yeah.
were not doing well,
Yeah.
right?
And no one believed in electric cars.
no one believed in it at the time, and they were having a lot of issues. There's a
Yeah.
lot of like complications, but he persevered, and that's his success story.
Yeah.
So like when you listen to Elon, like in that story, he's never got excited. He never jumped up and down when he says, "I'm the richest man in the world."
He never says that.
He never, but he cried when he says, "These were the lowest moments." That means the emotion.
Yeah.
That's the gold.
That's the goal.
That's the gold. That's the money. That's the story. And I
Yeah.
live for that because I'm like, I'm just going through that story.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's just a chapter in a book.
that's
you know?
all it is.
That chapter is going to be over.
It's
you know?
going to be over, and you're going to get through it, and
Yeah.
you're going to get through it because you were chosen to go through it.
Yeah.
Right. But what I've always learned is like people who are stagnant in business and they're just waiting for something to happen. Right. As far as like my belief in God, I always say God can't redirect you if you're not in motion.
If you're not in
If you're stagnant, that's free will. That
Yeah.
means that you're not going to do anything. He can't direct you in
Yeah.
any way because he never did.
Yeah.
You're the director of your life.
Yeah, you are the director.
So you got to move in some direction,
Yeah.
regardless if it's failing or not.
Yeah.
Just do your best.
Do your best, but the thing is, like what Elon did, and I guess to kind of translate to what we're talking about right now, is he did all these things, but do you think that it's also luck as well? Does luck play in a factor, or do you make your own
Yes.
luck, or what do you think about that?
Luck is you make your own luck by being consistent. Like
by being consistent.
it's like combustion, right?
Yeah.
Enough friction busts the lid open.
Yeah.
So think of like consistency as like the same actions, like one drop of water, one drop
Yeah.
of water. Eventually that one little drop creates a lucky opportunity.
Yeah.
Because someone like I've always known like why does someone get recruited to be I've been an athlete all my life.
Yeah.
Why does someone get recruited to be pro? They're consistent.
Just consistent. I'll beat other people.
They'll do it more times than you without
Really?
breaking. Think of it like what are pro athletes? They're just more consistent than they're humans.
Discipline.
We make mistakes, but
Yeah.
they're just more consistent than you.
and that's what makes them different than us.
That's what makes
and
them
we
different.
we can do the same thing, but
Yeah.
we're not consistent enough
Exactly.
in that profession.
In that profession, right? So consistency, that little drop of water every single day
Yeah.
will like they say one break at a time.
Yeah.
It really will build an empire.
Yeah.
And I used to be the entrepreneur I wanted to be like get rich quick.
I mean,
right?
I think a lot of people wants that because it's like they see all the money. Social media
know.
has things to do with that. People are just flashing money. I want that car. I want this thing. I want to be rich now.
Yeah.
You know? But I guess that's the young mentality.
It is.
But then what made you kind of change that mentality from not like, oh, you know what? Get rich quick scheme is not what it seems to be, you know?
That's a great question. And I would say because money always matches you. So
Yeah.
like when you really realize the formula is not how much money can you make, it's
Yeah.
how much money can you keep,
Yeah.
right?
All the time.
And it's because like when you're like I'm not a millionaire,
Yeah.
right? But I've made 6 figures in my life.
Yeah.
So I have 6-figure problems,
Yeah. of
right? When
course.
you look at millionaires, they have $1 million
They have
problems.
$1 million
And then you look at billionaires, they have billion-dollar
Billion-dollar
problems. And I read a lot of biographies
Yeah.
because I read off people's failures,
Yeah.
right? And like they give me confidence,
Yeah.
right? Because that's their story.
That's their story.
So there was this one guy in Wall Street lost $2 billion, right?
Yeah.
And on a bad trade, and the dude killed himself. Yeah. And then 2 days later, the insurance there was some sort of incident that happened in the
Yeah.
exchange, the New York exchange, and
Yeah.
they ended up becoming 1,000% insured. The money was like good. The money was back in the account plus profit,
What?
and the dude died because he didn't realize if he just went through that,
Yeah.
he would have doubled.
He would have
his net
doubled
worth.
his net worth. But what made you think that like people act that way? Is it just because of their resilience, is their mentality, just kind of past experiences or things like that, or what do you think?
So I have a son that is autistic,
Oh,
right?
got it.
And I've been studying my child for a long time. He's
Yeah.
8 now.
Got it.
But they are the reason that it's like I figured it out through my
Yeah.
child. It
Yeah.
sounds crazy,
Yeah.
but we look at us,
Yeah.
we care for outcome.
Of course.
We care for what we get paid, what is it worth, like
Yeah.
and that's nothing wrong with that. That's
Yeah.
what we're worth.
Yeah,
At
of
the end of the day, we got to survive, we got to take care of our family.
Yeah.
But when you look at somebody with autism,
Yeah.
like my child,
Yeah.
my child will build New York City with blocks every single day. No questions. It's like, there's like, oh, I'm tired. I want to build New York City. He doesn't care about outcome. He
just
cares
wants to
about
build.
process.
Yeah.
So I started to fall in love with the process
Yeah.
versus outcome.
A lot of people are more outcome driven because they want to see the finish line.
Those are the people. That's the only transition. If you want to be rich in this world, focus on process.
Process.
Elon Musk, process. Amazon, process. He was not profitable for 20 years.
Bezos, yeah.
Yes, for 20 years because he cared about process. He made Amazon so perfect that he was like, it might not make money for 20 years, but as soon as this thing is perfectly like ready for full operation, it's going to blow, and it did.
And like look at it now.
It's process.
Like their deliveries, like 1 hour delivery, 3 hour delivery.
That never existed.
It never existed at the time. They revolutionized, and that's another thing is trusting the process plus consistency. 20 years of consistency, not giving up, right?
Yeah.
A lot of entrepreneurs that I see like right now, they might do something and then they just give up and they move to another They chase shiny objects and things like that because they don't have that.
They don't have process.
They don't have that.
They have outcome. So that's what I'm saying is they're driven based off what they can get versus like who they are.
Yeah.
Right. So I know people that are very like rich. Right. So there's this thing I heard from someone very successful. They is a doctor.
Yeah.
Out in Belton.
Yeah.
He's passed away, but he was my mentor.
Oh, he's your mentor.
Yeah. He said some people are so broke, all they have is money. So, you know, that right there from a rich person shows that like it's all in the work. Like, do you love what you do?
Yeah.
Is it something that moves you? Is it going to change the world?
Are you only doing it for money or are you doing it because you actually truly enjoy it?
Yeah.
And also can you make money on, you know, on top of what you love to do?
It comes with it. You know, that my dad taught me that. He says, if you are living at the highest form of frequency and vibration, everything follows you.
Yeah.
Right? When you look at a famous person, like they don't have to chase anything. They're being chased.
They are being chased.
They're being chased. So like think like that.
Yeah.
And like even if you don't have anything to like feel like, oh, everyone knows me from movies, just think that way.
Yeah.
As an entrepreneur, no
are
one's
the
gonna
star.
stop you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No one's gonna be like, you can't think that way.
Yeah.
Well, I absolutely can think that way because Conor McGregor thought that way.
Yeah.
And if you ever listen to his his videos, like this dude's like so broke when he first got here from Ireland.
Yeah.
He's like, Connor, you didn't have a pot to piss in. All you had is like blueberries and this and that. And he's like, I came from from nothing to something to everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and he said like he had a meeting with Ronaldo in the cage. You remember that?
Yeah.
He's like, you're number one athlete, paid athlete. And he was like 20 something at the time.
Yeah.
And he's like, one day I'm going to catch you and I'm going to get my own plane. And Ronaldo's like, yeah, we'll see. And he beat Ronaldo.
And he beat Ronaldo.
He got number one.
Yeah. It's just.
He thought about it.
So do you believe in the idea of like kind of manifestation? Like if I'm going to do something, then I am going to be successful. You believe in it and you trust the process.
Yes, I think we're God's highest form of creation.
Yeah.
Which means we are creators. You know, when you look at this room, when you look at everything that's built, is literally someone's thought about it.
It's a thought.
It's a thought.
This podcast room is a thought.
It's all it is. And then it became reality because we're humans, we're creators, right?
Yeah.
And so, yes, I believe that manifestation is a product of you. Because, like, when you look at people that are unhappy, it's not that they're unhappy. They chose that life.
Yeah.
Now they have to find something more meaningful to leave it.
Yeah.
So in reality, like, they put themselves there.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, that's manifestation is what I do every day.
Every day.
I think about it every day. I mean, and it like I said, like entrepreneur, like clock or like that, my what do they call it? My compass.
Yeah.
Never stops.
It never stops.
Like I could be going to the gas station, buying a drink, and I can meet someone that can change my life.
Yeah. Because entrepreneurs' brains are always,
but we're receptive.
We're all receptive.
Receptive to it. Some people miss opportunity just because they're like so caught up in their life.
Yeah.
And they don't realize their life-changing opportunity was literally right in front of them.
It just takes one opportunity to change your
does.
life.
Yeah,
and that's what I kind of realized just even with the Austin Report, the people that I met. Like it's just one opportunity, that one person that you meet can do it. And that goes to your question about being stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
If you're stagnant, then I also think God can't save you in that aspect because let's say you just lock yourself in a room and you're just there and you're doing nothing. What opportunity will come from you just locking yourself in a room like
Unfortunately, nothing besides self-doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, something does. What people don't realize, something does come from it. And it's doubt. It's worries. And it's like, because we're not, like you said earlier, we're not designed to sit around. So when we do, that's when our worst thoughts come around.
Yeah.
But when we're in like a very gratifying flow state,
Yeah.
then all these ideas, all these buttons, all these connections, all these doors
Yeah.
open up. Why? It's like, so I realized, what is being an entrepreneur? Being the best you.
Yeah.
And striving towards it, because in aesthetics, we sell perfection, vanity. There's no such thing.
There's no such thing.
Because like I can't sell
you
you
can't
one.
be perfect. Like
Yeah,
you can't. No one's perfect.
Did you know you can't even do one facelift? You eventually have to get another one. Even a facelift, like where
Even
it's
a
like
facelift.
permanent. No matter what in this world, you can never have it once. You always have to get it more than one time. It's never satisfying, and it's always progressive, right?
And do you think that's human nature as well? Because
Yeah.
if you, let's say you put that facelift, right, then it's like kind of like wears off or something like that. Then you're like, okay, I got to be more perfect. I got to be more perfect. I got to be more perfect.
Vanity.
Vanity.
It just kicks in, because that's why when I sell information,
Yeah.
I sell process. I don't sell outcome.
Yeah.
Because like when you look at like these really amazing doctors, like don't get me wrong, like they're great at what they do, but they sell a look.
Yeah.
They sell a look. Like I want to look like her.
Do you think they sell a dream? Maybe.
Yeah, it is, because they're selling something they're not.
Yeah.
Because like what I look at is like beauty is within your like you.
Yeah.
You express beauty. You aren't beauty.
Yeah.
Right? Because anyone can literally change their appearance
All the
by
time.
command.
Yeah.
First, it starts in your mind.
Yeah.
Like I want to start to lose weight. You don't just go to the gym and start lift. You make a decision in
Yeah.
your mind. I'm no longer want to look like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And then you start to make those changes.
Yeah.
So with like vanity, it's like, so like when you look at a bodybuilder that like gains 10 pounds of muscle, loses 20 pounds of fat.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But in their mind, it's not enough.
It's not.
They
enough.
need more.
They need more.
And when they get more, right, it's like dopamine.
Yeah.
And it's like it means less.
It means
less. And so
and
when
it
you
just keeps going.
it keeps going. So
Yeah.
when I sell beauty,
Yeah.
I empower them with, hey, this is how your body
Yeah.
biologically works. This is biology.
This is biology.
These are the technologies that work best with this biology.
Yeah.
And then now it's more informative. It's science-based.
Yeah.
There's information based off it, not outcome.
Yeah.
Because now they're going to trust your process
Of
versus
course.
like, hey, you said I was going to look like this, and now why do I look like this?
Now why do I look like that?
Yeah.
What do you think about the idea of like, Instagram, social media in terms of like that beauty thing? Because on Instagram, you see everyone like trying to be as perfect as possible, the perfect life as possible.
Mhm.
Do you think that people are kind of taking to that effect to try to be as perfect as possible for these social media to show off to other people and things like that? Have you seen that progression versus, let's say, like 20, 30 years ago when you didn't have any social media and things like that?
Yeah.
What do you think about that aspect?
I think there's a duality to it. I think it's
Yeah.
good and bad. It's good because like if you see somebody that's super ripped and
Yeah.
like you like his content,
Yeah.
and then one day you look just like him, you did something good in the world.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then there's other people that essentially sell things because like they're getting paid to post it.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I much rather, I don't know about you, like when I follow content creators, I follow their journey.
Yeah. It's all about the journey.
Yeah,
at the
so
end of the day.
process.
Process, right?
Right? So it goes right back down to it.
Back to it.
So outcome is like people that sell something that, you
Yeah.
know, and a lot of those times I've actually talked to a few of those influencers.
Yeah.
They're some of the most unhappy people.
Really?
Because they have such a high expectation to live by.
Yeah.
So like I see them going on like, hey, chat, what color should I do my hair? And they listen. Like they have
Really?
literally lost touch of reality of themselves. And that's the issue is
They're
like,
letting other people dictate their lives.
Dictate their looks and lives. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the industry.
What? That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's right. It's ridiculous, but it's the truth because like imagine 1,000 people, right, are messaging you.
Yeah.
Right. And Instagram is something like when you get a message, like it's like, oh my God, like what is it? Like,
Yeah.
Because that's the whole aspect. It's
Yeah.
like
It's the feedback
connection,
system, right?
Right.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
getting the connection, but she's
Yeah.
getting overstimulated by her connection that she lost. She lost touch of reality of who she is.
Yeah.
Now she's trying to please all the followers.
Now she's trying to. What do you think? Now that we're talking about
Or
Instagram,
he, sorry.
or he or she,
He or she.
Yeah. So what do you think about like Instagram, social media, and just like people that kind of like you see these comments, like these hate comments and things like that, right? Oh, like you look ugly, or you do this, or you do that. Do you think that's taking into factor of like beauty itself? Because they're getting like kind of that feedback that they're not looking good.
Yes.
Even though they might be looking good, but they're letting that dictate who they are.
Yeah, I mean it's it happens a lot. It's like bullying,
Yeah,
right? And
it is
especially
it's kind of like cyberbullying.
it is because they're hiding behind a screen,
Yeah.
and most likely they're not happy with their appearance.
Yeah.
So they project it on someone else. But again, it just like when you are caught up in outcome,
Yeah.
then you care about what they think. But when
Yeah.
all you care about is your process, right? It's
Yeah.
like you're a salesperson.
Yeah, of course.
You get more no's than yes.
Yeah.
But the person that indulges in all the no's never makes money.
Yeah. Literally.
Right? When the person that ignores the no's and is like, I'm just one yes away.
Yeah.
I'm just one. So they forget. It's like, you got to look at it like that.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not here to please anybody.
Yeah.
I'm here to show people maybe some inspiration because of what I want to do.
Yeah.
Right? With my journey.
Yeah.
My journey. Sell the journey.
Sell the journey.
And the outcome, you know, because everyone has their own different outcomes. And I feel like right now, my outcome is not defined. I'm defining it.
So you're still trying to, would you say you're still trying to find yourself, or are you in a process? Do you have a process? I know you talked about processes and systems. You follow that for your journey right now?
Mind, body, spirit, soul. So like I always say there's always something to be working on. Like you can work on yourself, you can work on your business, you work on your body, you work on your mind, your spirit, give out, you know, good. So like in reality, when you're not working, a lot of people think I need to be in office working.
Yeah.
It's actually not that true. Because like some of the greatest connections I've ever met are because I'm doing something along those mind, body, spirit, soul.
Really?
Right? I'm active. And I could be like, all right, mind, today I'm gonna go to a science museum because I want to stimulate my mind with art.
Yeah.
Boom, I met somebody there. But it's the act,
It's
right?
the act.
And then I have a patient.
Yeah.
I was at my office thinking that I need to be there to make a sale. No, you don't.
No, you
You
don't.
could literally be like, what's today? Mind, body, spirit. Okay, so what do I got on my list? So if it's body, go to the gym, meet somebody. It's when you're proactive towards it. I feel like you have better luck.
Yeah.
Because it is luck. But why not be lucky? It's like golf. Why not try to get as close as possible before you take a shot?
Yeah. I mean, if you don't, then, you know?
You're just never, it's going to be tough. Like today I played golf. We played scramble, which is, you play the best shot.
Yeah.
Right? My brother's like super good. Like he's like pro level.
Yo,
we beat him. Right? It's because we had, like he would have one shot. I had 9 chances.
Really?
Because like every time there's 2 of us. Well, I'm sorry, there's 6 chances.
Yeah.
So my odds were a lot higher because we played the best ball every time.
Ah.
So 2 of us could have made one bad shot, and then one person took a good shot, we take that shot. And then him, on the other hand, has to be perfect all the way through.
Oh, you just...
It's outcome.
What do you believe in, like, do you believe in, like, that perfectionist system? You know how some people, they think, like, you know what, I got to do something in this way. I got to do something in this way. Or do you think kind of it's like no one can be perfect and we shouldn't do that? What do you think? I think
respectfully, I think everybody works in their own way. Yeah. And I think that for me, like, no, that doesn't work for me.
It doesn't work for you. That's
no, because I'm too spontaneous. I'm too like, I'm a people's, like I'm a good host. Like you, like I can get around people. So like, there's no system behind that. Like, you know, like I'm not giving a tour at a museum at the same times every single day, like, but in some manner I'm entertaining people, right? Yeah. So my personality, I am a kinesthetic learner, which means I have to visually do things for me to recept. Someone that's more analytic, they like they like their routine better, which is totally respectful.
I mean, it's
that's why you build a business, because you find someone that's good at this, good at that. Because like this routine guy doesn't want to get in front of camera. Doesn't want to be the voice. But they're more equipped. But this person just has this one attribute. So I would say that find your tribe. Right. Find someone that's active. Find someone that's quiet. Someone that's smart, analytic, and combine forces. Opposites attract.
And to be the best team.
That
you can
but just stay good at what you're good at. So I would say, I like to be very spontaneous. Like I wake up sometimes and like I have an idea of what I'm gonna do. But in reality, I leave that door open for opportunity
to other things.
But if I'm busy like with like patients and stuff, that's locked in, right?
Cool,
that's different.
Okay, cool. Before we end this, I wanted to ask you one thing. So what do you like, I guess, doing for fun? What defines like Bill, you know, outside of the entrepreneur journey?
Athlete. So I love playing sports. I play a lot of pickleball. You know, Austin's probably one of the best cities in the United States to play.
All the time.
I've leveled up playing with some of the best people here. Golfing. I like pool. Like pool parties are really fun. Like anything in the day. Where there's music, like going on the boat. I like surfing. I just love to have my inner child, man. Like that's what I
Just
look
be
for.
yourself.
Yeah, I look to go on a field trip every day, like adventures. And when I have my kids, like
Yeah.
that's what we do.
And
So I just enjoy life, I would say, and then I stay locked in.
yeah.
But have those little moments of like gratitude, because it's important in your journey. You
Yeah,
can't
because
just
it's
be
life.
all work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you have one shot in life. What I say is you have one shot in life. You got to make the most out of it.
you have
It
to.
can't just be work, 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 work. When you have a family, when you have all these different kinds of things, like you got to make sure that you're balanced.
You come
as well.
first as an as an entrepreneur. Like we put so much emphasis in our families.
Yeah.
Like you have to come first.
You have to come first.
Because you can't give something you don't have,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like I always tell people, like, deal with yourself,
Yeah.
and then deal with the world.
Yeah.
Don't deal with the world, try and deal with yourself. Then you're gonna get mad at people that don't deserve to be mad at.
Exactly.
Right. It's because you need to take care of yourself first. So I think it's really important.
Cool. Sounds good, man. Great having you in the podcast.
Dude, thanks for having me,
Yeah.
brother.
Thanks. Cool. I think we're good. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I just wanted to make sure